Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Cobra TV. I know the news is pretty slow right about now, but I am working on an episode of resources and mining. It's a pretty detailed episode, and I should have that up in a day or two. So please keep your eye out for that. With the news being so slow, I did try to introduce something that I'm really excited about, a game called Identity. Now, it's a brand new game. It's only PC, but I guarantee you, if it gets enough hype, Sony or Xbox is definitely going to start paying attention and maybe want to get their hands in on it. So, that's something to hope for. But some of you did like it, some of you didn't like it. So this has become a No Man's Sky channel. It was supposed to be gaming, where I was going to cover games that are in development and, follow them and report about them. But it ended up turning it into be just strictly No Man's Sky. So in order to preserve that and to keep a lot of the people happy, I am going to cover Identity the same way that I do No Man's Sky on my other YouTube channel. So if you guys are really interested in Identity and like the way that I do cover games that are in development, go ahead and subscribe to me over there. I will be uploading all of my Identity videos over there. But I'm going to leave you guys with a subcast today, and I promise the mining and the resources video is going to be uploaded within a day or two. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your diehard viewership here. You guys are so amazing. You are the best, the 100% best subscribers on YouTube, period. You guys are so amazing. And anybody out there that's listening that don't have an account and you cannot subscribe, you are amazing too. And if there's somebody out there that doesn't want to subscribe, but you do watch, you rock, bro. So keep a lookout for that video. Until next time. All right, so Ryan, thank you for coming back on Cobra TV. I know I had you a long time ago on an episode, and that was back when I wasn't treating these subcasts the way I should, and I cut it down so short. Now I'm uploading these subcasts and a video all by themselves entirely to dedicate, the spotlight on the subscriber that's calling in general. So it's awesome to have you back on, buddy.
Great to be back.
All right, so couple things I wanted to go over with you is, so No Man's Sky comes out. Let's say there's a midnight launch. Are you going to be there standing at midnight, waiting for the game?
A lot of that depends on the release date. Like, if everything works out, like, once I know the release date, then I can figure that out. But, like, yes, because, like, if everything works out, like, if I'm not in whatever I'm in, because there's a lot of complicated stuff going on in my life right now, but like if I'm not in one of those things right at the moment, I will definitely go with that midnight launch.
Yeah, definitely. Me too. One of the things I'm trying to do is raise money to actually throw this big party at a GameStop near where I live and just rent a van, a bunch of speakers and PA equipment, and just throw a big old Cobra TV party and record the whole thing and maybe even stream it live on Twitch. I don't know, but it's
that would be so awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I want to do. I've even called ahead to GameStop, and I've got the approval from them to go ahead and do it, but it's just a money thing. It's going to take quite a bit of money to put something like that together, but it's something that I really, really want to do. But you get the game home, right? And you put it in, and you start up on your planet. What are your first moments? What do you think? Without being able to know what we're even going to walk into, just what we've been told, what do you think you're going to do first?
Well, I think the first thing I want to do is find my ship, because without, like, the starting ship...
Right.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, without that, you're pretty much like, okay, what do I do without the ship? Nothing.
Yeah. Right.
So I think that's like a priority, is finding your spaceship. But then after that, I would explore the planet more. You know?
Oh, exactly. Yeah. How long do you think you're going to be on your planet? I mean, even if it's a barren planet, someone like me, I know there's a lot of people out there that they don't care. They just want to get in their ship and head towards the sky and then space and then just start going. But somebody like me, who's a little bit sentimental, it's going to be hard for me to fly away from that planet that I was born on. But I know that doesn't matter to a lot of people.
I think part of the sentimental value for me will depend on if I like the planet. Like, it depends on like what the planet is, and I honestly just want to see what the planet is before I get. One thing I might do is like, the planets are in like solar systems. I still don't like I'll see other planets in the solar system, and then before heading out of the solar system, I might go back to my planet.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I must be weird because I'm more interested in finding the barren planets, because I think they offer such an eeriness, that you're alone. That, there may be life on it, but you don't know. There might be one life form on it, and you might find it when you go into some cave system and it eats you up entirely. But I don't know. I love the landscapes that are in the barren planets, but again, I do hope that I find quite a bit of life-filled planets too. But the barren planets are really on my radar. I can't wait to see them. But what is your most ideal planet? Like, what do you want to come across that's like your dream planet?
Okay. There's one in the trailers that I loved a lot. I don't know how much of it they showed, but it's got like floating islands in the sky and like blue blades of grass. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep.
Something like that would be my ideal planet.
Here's my ideal planet, and that's good, by the way. But here's my ideal planet. I come across a planet that is utterly dangerous. The sounds are scary, the animals in it are scary, the environment is completely dangerous, and it just turns No Man's Sky into a horror game for as long as I'm on that planet.
Whoa.
Just completely scary, dangerous. I'll probably die a few times before I can get out of that planet. But yeah, that's my dream planet. A scary horror planet.
For me, that would be like the opposite of my ideal planet, and then also like, but when you die, you just go back to your ship. So I mean, I suppose if you do wanna get out as soon as possible, you just die and then go back to your ship.
Yeah, unless the monsters are right there wherever my ship is. Because if you see in one of my videos, I have a picture of some deer looking into the spaceship. So they do go up to the spaceship. So it makes you wonder how many times you're going to die and come back to your, respawn right next to your spaceship and there's something there that can kill you.
Yeah. I wonder if, like, that could bring any, like, stealth into the game.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. I'm sure. Especially when you're trying to battle the Guardian robots. You're going to have to duck and hide and, maybe even just try and get away from them. Because how in the heck are you going to fight a 2-story or 3-story tall Guardian robot with your multi-tool? I know the plasma grenades might come in handy during that situation, but man, if you got more than one, I don't even know how to get away from that, situation. Probably just have to let it kill you and respawn at your ship.
I know, right? But at least it's not Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Okay, so you're probably gonna pick up pretty quick and leave your planet and go explore the rest of the solar system.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that might be cool for a planet is to just do go up to the, not into space, but like you're still on the planet, but you can't see a lot, and to see how much you could circle the whole planet, or if you get too tired to circle the whole planet.
Right. I imagine it'd take quite a bit. Some of the planets, he did say in one quote that some of the planets are life-size. So that means a real-size planet. So that means some are going to be smaller, some are going to be even bigger than Earth size, I imagine. At least I really hope it's going to be Jupiter. Oh, of course. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun thing. So it's gonna, for me, it's gonna take me a while to get out of my first solar system, and I'm not in a big hurry to go to the center of the galaxy either. People, they can rush that all they want, but I just, I know I'm not gonna be able to discover every single thing on the way, but I want to milk it, take my time and see everything that I can see before I get to the center.
Yeah, I know, right?
What kind of ship do you see yourself using? Well, first of all, what is No Man's Sky to you? Like, what do you see yourself doing in No Man's Sky? What is the game to you? Are you in it for the combat? Are you in it for just the exploration? Or the role playing?
I want to get a bit out of everything of it. I want to do a lot of like trading. I do want to do a lot of exploring and all, but in terms of combat, that's like my most anticipated part of it. But the tough part for me is like I want to know which factions are ones that I want to help if I was actually in the game.
Right.
So I imagine like the space police, I want to help them at least. That, but like I'll probably just wait to do combat and until I've seen the wikis and seen factions, if that makes sense.
Yeah. See, I'm the other way around. I hope I'm gonna be like I know it's been said before, but it's one of my favorite characters from my childhood. I want to be like a Han Solo type, so I don't want to be friends with the Galactic Police. I want to be an outlaw. I want to be hunted a little bit. I want it to be like a super dangerous game for me, to where I might be a victim to pirates, but at the same time, I'm wanted by the people that could protect me, the Galactic Police. So I want to be like just living on the dangerous side of No Man's Sky for a little while, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could see that. Any other No Man's?
That's the beautiful thing about this game is you could play it any way you want. The way I play my game is going to be completely different than the way you play your game, and it's also going to be in a different part of the galaxy or universe. So your uploaded YouTube videos are going to be completely different than mine. So people can watch the heck out of your channel, and then they can still come to my channel and get something completely different.
I know, like, because usually with games, I do not watch Let's Plays because I don't want anything spoiled for me. With No Man's Sky, I have to watch Let's Plays.
Oh, yeah.
Because I will want, because like one thing I've thought about, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, is like every time I play, I want it uploaded to YouTube because I cannot bear the fact that I'll be the only one seeing it. I want to like try to get as many people to see it, you know?
Yeah. Can you imagine, one of my subscribers actually brought this up in a sub call a while back, that, the many urban legends or creepy pastas that are going to be centered around No Man's Sky. Like something that somebody says that they've seen, but they didn't record it, and they can't prove it. And it sounds so utterly amazing that it just becomes an urban legend. And
wow.
Yeah, and then people hear about this, and then they start trying to track it down. You might have YouTube channels that are designed to try and bust these urban legends. Like, you ever played GTA 4?
I played Grand Theft Auto, like the series as a whole, but if that makes sense.
Grand Theft Auto 4 had a urban legend in it called Ratman. And Ratman was this AI character that kind of had like a Ratman type face. And it was a urban legend that he was in the game somewhere and was never in the same place. But there's YouTube channels out there that went looking for Ratman, and nobody really ever found him and was able to record him as actual proof. So can you imagine the urban legends the creepy pastas, or whatever you want to call it, sci-fi pastas that are going to be in No Man's Sky that people are going to search for and people are going to talk about that they can't actually prove.
Yeah, and then the other thing that kind of links back to that is like, I know like a lot of people like at my old school, for example, there were these people who would like to write their Minecraft stories as if it was a book. I like to see some No Man's Sky sort of stuff related to that, like people writing their No Man's Sky fan fiction that's basically just what they did in No Man's Sky. Yeah, and then my take on that would probably be like, I mean, I imagine that because he said he's created this whole universe, I know it would be a little down the line if official or if not official. I'd like to see someone write about like the citizens in No Man's Sky. Maybe they're living on the space stations and we just don't see them, you know?
That's possible. Yeah, you can almost, I don't know, when you're making your videos, just make up a complete story off the top of your head and then just play it out in the game. And you could actually like make full-length movies, you know, with good production, good editing, good acting, and make full-length movies in the No Man's Sky game. So the possibilities are completely endless for what people are going to do in this game, with this game, and with YouTube. It's just outrageous when I think about it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, and in terms of like, I don't know if this is going to be a bit rambling, but it's No Man's Sky related. It's about like the sales, like it might not be like, it'll probably sell a lot at launch, but I imagine it'll also be like Minecraft where, you know, after a while it gets, you know, and I think
I think you're right. I don't think No Man's Sky is going to do exceptionally well during launch. I think it's going to be one of those games, like you said, like Minecraft, that's going to pick up as time goes by. You know, all the people that are the naysayers and the skeptics and the critics, you know, they're going to be, you know, picking it up later after it's seen on YouTube or on Twitch.
And the indifferent people and the people who just don't know about it.
Yeah, exactly, because there's a lot of them out there that don't even know about No Man's Sky. I mean, you go to school. I'm pretty sure that you've asked around. Some of your friends, have they heard it?
Yeah, I've asked around, and like, some people have heard of it, and some, it's hard to remember, honestly. It's, but like, yeah, I cannot wait, and like, but I imagine like it'll do well enough and then it'll go through the roof, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It will.
Okay.
This game is, you know, it's an amazing game in itself because it stands for change. You know, like no more of these AAA companies with these hundreds and hundreds of dev teams spending $500 million on one game and then the game not doing very well, you know. And then here we have such a small team on low budget making one of the biggest games, and in my opinion, it looks fantastic. The graphics are amazing in this game, but
best graphics I've ever seen ever.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, so I think that this is going to be a changing moment in the gaming industry. You know, like these AAA companies are going to step back and say, "Wait a minute, are we paying too much for our developer teams? Are we paying too much to develop these games in general?" I mean, look what these guys did, you know?
One last thing. I think I said this in the other sub call, but like, I feel like it should be put, if you do put this on YouTube, this might be a good thing for people to hear. Like, this Super Mario 64 of this generation, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, yes. And you are right. And it will pave the way for better gaming in the future. I just have a feeling. All right, buddy. It was awesome having you back on here again on CobraTV. It was amazing and much better sub call this time.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Oh, no problem, man. It's a pleasure, dude. That's one of my favorite parts about doing the CobraTV is being able to talk to the people that watch the videos.